Hey, I'm Rhonda. Come on in my kitchen. Let's fix something to eat. Hey y'all, how you doing? I'm gonna fix breakfast for supper. Let's get to it. I got a big pizza pan here with aluminum foil. And I got a couple of pieces of parchment. And I have 12 ounces of bacon. And I'm going to put it in the oven this time. I like bacon cooked in the oven. Not only is it easier, I like the way it crisps it. Did I say that right? That's some long daggone bacon, y'all. Look at there. I don't think I've ever seen it that long. That's some long bacon. Good day. So as some of you seen my video from yesterday, I had my endoscopy and my ulcer is not gone. We can't figure it out. I'm not taking any ibuprofen or anything like that. We don't know what's going on. So I guess we're gonna have some more tests done. I don't know. But actually, the ulcer is bigger. It was 6 millimeters. Now it's 7. So I'm gonna cook all this bacon, and what we don't eat, we can eat it tomorrow. Now I'm going to lay another piece of parchment paper over top of this so it won't splatter all over the oven. Alrighty. Okay, so I've got my oven on 400 degrees, and I'm gonna cook this probably, I don't know, 20 minutes or however long it takes for it to cook. I haven't fixed any in the oven in a while, and I think it's about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Let's make some biscuits. Most of you have seen me make biscuits plenty of times. But I'm gonna make them again for my new subscribers. I've got 3½ cups of self-rising flour and about a teaspoon of granulated sugar, and I stirred it up. And I use Crisco. You can use Crisco or butter. I like the way that Crisco shortening does in my biscuits. So that's probably about too much. Let me take off a little piece here. Let me check that out first. I have a special container for my Crisco for my biscuits. So that's probably about a ½ cup of shortening. And you just want to mix it up. You can do it with your hands if you want to. I had scooped out too much, y'all. I think. I turned my oven down. I think 400 might have been a little bit too high. And that's fine. I'm not in no big hurry for my bacon to be ready. Just keep an eye on it. Okay. So I'm mixing all that up. And with the Crisco, you want little bitty, we call them little bitty pea-like pieces in there. And like I said, you can do it with your hands. But, you know, your hands have heat. And if you use your hands, then you run a risk of melting it too much. So there you go. See how it can kind of hold together a minute? You know that's good. Like that. All right, and then we're going to add our milk. And I like buttermilk. If you don't like buttermilk, you can use regular milk. If you don't have any buttermilk, you can put some vinegar or lemon juice in your regular milk and make it taste that way. For a cup of regular milk, I would put about a tablespoon of vinegar. I use apple cider vinegar. And you want to just bring it together. You don't want it too wet. I've said that before. It does not have to be real wet. It's about a cup and a half of buttermilk. And we're going to cook these on 500 degrees. Now, a couple of my subscribers make these biscuits, and they love them. Ain't that right, Miss Paula? So now we're going to take our dough. And you can refrigerate this for a little while. You don't want to refrigerate it too long because it will turn brown. It will oxidize, and that doesn't mean that you can't use it. It just looks terrible. Okay. And I'm making extra biscuits just in case we lose power. Even though I've got a generator, I'm not going to crank it up immediately in case, you know, it could come back on shortly. And if it stays off for about an hour or two, then, you know, I will hook it up. I've got it ready. Okay, and you want to just fold it, pat it. You can roll it also if you choose. And I probably will get my roller. All right, I folded that, I think, enough. Let me get a rolling pin. And you want to flour your rolling pin. And making biscuits can be a bit messy. And you want to roll them about 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 an inch. Depends on how thick you like your biscuits. Now my bacon is in the oven, so I'm going to pop these in the refrigerator to keep them cold. You want to keep that Crisco cold, because when it hits that high heat, it's going to pop up inside this flour. It melts, you know, kind of explodes, and it makes a wonderful biscuit. So straight in, straight out, straight in, straight out. Don't twist, because you'll seal your biscuits, and you won't get them pretty layers. If you don't want layers, you can do that. It's up to you. Oh, there's a heart. I heart y'all. I love making biscuits. I do, I do, I do. Especially for y'all. Randy says, you didn't cook that for me. You cooked that for your show. Sometimes he says that. And I'm like, if you watched my show like you should, you would see that I say, I hope Randy likes this, or will Randy like that? You know? But he don't watch it. He does not watch my show, y'all. Shame on him. Well, they're a little bit thin. Push them together, make them thicker. There we go. They'll just be smaller but thick. All right. Okay. Got these done. I would like to show y'all what Cheryl did. Now, y'all know I told y'all about what she does with historical figures. It doesn't have to be political. It can be any kind of historical figures, okay? But she brought this over here in a frame, and I put it in my my easel. And that's the copy of their actual handwriting. And she can do a certificate of, she said some kind of certificate, I'll let you know. But that's Andrew Jackson and his wife. So if you're interested in any kind of historical figure, leave me a comment. And she can get that done for you. Now look, I love sausage gravy, but y'all know what's going on with my tummy. So, you know, I roasted that chicken the other day, and I saved, that's the drippings from the chicken. I had it in the refrigerator, and that's just fat and all, it was everything that came from the chicken that dripped down into the pan. I'm gonna make some gravy from that. That's gonna be good. I just don't like bacon grease gravy. I just don't. Now, if you do, you can make you some all day long. I like sausage, and I don't have any. Okay, I'm going to take these potatoes. Y'all saw me, if you watched my video, I did it the other day. And I put them in the microwave to get them started. And then I will fry them up with a little bit of onion maybe. And that helps get it going so it won't take so long. It is absolutely crazy. It was 60 degrees today. 60. I'm gonna wash these again. 60 daggone degrees. And now, tomorrow, we're supposed to get all of this. It is weird. Weird, weird, weird. So I'm gonna get all my candles and stuff just in case. Cause you know, like I said, I don't want to get my generator hooked up if it's not going to be off too long. But I got to get some batteries. I love luminary things. I have a lot of lights with batteries in it hanging up and around the house. And I'm telling you, if the power goes off in the summertime, my house is pretty well lit up. Pretty well lit up, y'all. I think I found it now. I wanted to say thank you to my subscribers who have been praying for me. I feel so blessed to have y'all. Y'all are just so dear to my heart. It makes me want to cry. Y'all are just so wonderful. I made some more of those brownies that I posted the other day. Look. Randy and Cheryl and me, we munched out on them after dinner yesterday. I fixed pizza with my oven that Randy bought me. And I think I know how to use it really good. I made thin crust, and they were beautiful. It turned out beautiful. Got a couple of pieces left. I didn't burn it. And they munched down on this pizza, and I made me a calzone, and I didn't eat but a couple of bites. I was still groggy. I go to the dentist tomorrow. And get the rest of this done, I hope. I think what I'm getting is a temporary. I don't know. I just want it over with. So I think since the teeth and the ulcer, I've lost over 15 pounds. Now, I don't want to lose weight that way, but if anybody watching has ever had a peptic ulcer, please let me know. Please tell me how you dealt with it and what you did, because I'm doing everything he told me to do. I have to take protonics twice a day, and in between that I have to take another stomach pill. So then they did a hormone test for gastrin, and it's abnormal. And I called him and he said, don't worry about it, that's normal for what you're taking. I don't know, y'all. I don't take any ibuprofen, any NSAIDs at all. So I don't know what else to do. I'm not eating pretty much what I cook for Randy. I usually just try to eat something different. And he told me, he said, it's not really what you're eating. He said it was from the ibuprofen and stuff. He said, but I don't understand why it's bigger. Now, you know, I had cancer in my appendix years ago, and that's what messed my teeth up, and then all of that. And he said, I don't think you have to worry about that. He said, he told Randy after my procedure, because they put you totally under now. He said, I don't want you to worry about it being cancer. I don't think it's cancer. He kept reiterating that. You know, I saw something on YouTube this morning about parchment paper and how some of it is toxic. Is anything safe? Aluminum foil is not safe to use. All right, I cut up some onion for my potatoes. I love onions so much I could eat an onion sandwich. And he told me, he said, it's not what you're eating. He said, just don't eat, you know, a lot of greasy stuff. That's why I fixed me a calzone last night, because I just wanted cheese on it. I didn't even put tomato sauce on it. Okay, let me check my bacon and clean up. Even though this pan is old as Methuselah, I don't have any bacon grease on it. I think it's more tender, the bacon, when you cook it in the oven. Tastes better. I got on these overalls that I have not been able to wear in 2 years. Hey, so I got my potatoes pretty much cooked. And I'm gonna fry them up soon. And I'm gonna use some onions and some of this 14 spices. If you've never tried it, it's delicious. It's got a lot of different spices in it. And I can't see it. Garlic and onion and parsley, peppers, stuff like that. And it's really good. You can get it at any grocery store. Okay, now in this pan here, I put some of my stuff. Cooking has got me sneezing and a coughing. And this is just the drippings, like I said, from the chicken. It's not all grease. Some of it is juices. And I added just a teaspoon of butter in there. And there's some little pieces of chicken. And if you've never made gravy out of this, it's so good. Yes, it's good when you're eating chicken, you know, but it's good for just gravy, anytime. And I've got a couple of cups of water with just a little bit of broth, better than bouillon in it. I didn't put a lot because that's so concentrated. And I want to add some pepper, because pepper and gravy are made for each other. Now, it's already got plenty of salt in it. Now I'm going to add some flour. And I'm not quite sure how much flour I'm going to need, but I'm going to put 3 tablespoons in there. And it doesn't have to be a very thick paste as long as you got flour in it. And if you wanted to use milk, I'm sure you could, but I thought the broth would be better. And a good old fried piece of chicken, it would be good too. But who says you can't have this kind of gravy at breakfast? Nobody. Nobody. And you want to cook that just a minute and get that raw flour taste out of it. I'm just letting these potatoes drain some. Cheryl wasn't going to come because she's having trouble with one of her vehicles. I called her and I said, you better come, I got all this food. And she said, well, they're trying to jump off this truck and put it in her garage. And she said, I'll come after that. I said, well, it's not ready yet. I gotta fry the taters and cook my biscuits. She said, oh, okay then. Randy's like, what are you up there doing? I said, I'm cooking. What do you think? All right, I think that's pretty good. I think I'm gonna add just a little bit more butter. Okay, I think that's good enough. It smells wonderful, believe it or not. So I'm gonna start adding my water and Better Than Bouillon. That's the best stuff at Better Than Bouillon. They've got it in beef and chicken and vegetables. Yes, I'm gonna have some more black pepper, surely. And you do not have to put hot water in this. You can use cold. All right, I'm gonna get this going. All right, it's starting to thicken up a little bit. I wish y'all could smell this. I think I got enough. So if y'all roast a chicken or cook a chicken in the oven, whatever, save the drippings. Turkey, chicken, ham, whatever. You make a good gravy with it. It's pretty silky. Here we go. Look at that. Has that little pieces of chicken in it. I think that's perfect. Perfect. Alrighty. And it will thicken up as it sits. Okay. All right, I'm gonna cook my potatoes. Put some salt and pepper on these potatoes. I need to fill this thing up. And I'm gonna add a little bit of this 14 spices for a little something, something. These are great on, this is great on potatoes or anything. And then I'll add my onions in just a few minutes. Keeping my gravy warm, and I'm gonna put my biscuits in just a minute. All right, I'm gonna add a few onions. I'm not gonna add all of these onions. I'll put the rest of them in the refrigerator, because I gotta make Randy's daddy another soup. Taco soup, I think, this time. And I'll save them for that. I've got some eggs, and I added just a little bit of milk. You don't have to. I don't always put milk in it, but I do sometimes. Just some whole milk, just a little bit. And these are about 6 eggs. Alrighty, I'm gonna get my biscuits. And in this pan, I did put some Crisco oil and a little bit of that bacon grease. And the biscuits are in the oven. I mashed one trying to get it out of the oven. Okay, biscuits ready. All right, eggs. I thought about putting some cheese in them, but I don't know if I want any cheese in them tonight. I'll ask him if he wants cheese. All right, he said yes on the cheese. Okay, my eggs are done. Done. I'm trying to keep them warm. She's on her way. Okay, we're still waiting on Cheryl. I'm gonna end this video, but I got everything in the oven to stay warm. And my gravy is on warm. Thank y'all for watching. And if you would subscribe to my channel, I appreciate it. Take care, and I'll see you again on A Taste of Country.